Hello, students. Good morning. A very warm welcome to our online class after a long break. So, today I am here with English Reader, and in this we will start a new chapter, that is chapter 4. In this chapter, we will study about beautiful poem, that is The Fly. And this poem is written by Walter Delamere. So children, let's know about Walter Delamere. Walter Delamere was born in the Kent country of England on 25th of April 1873 in a poor family. He was an English poet, short story writer and novelist. He is probably best remembered for his poem The Listener. He passed on at 83 years of age on 22nd June 1956. Now children, let's know about poem. So before explaining this poem, I want to ask you a question. So children, have you seen fly? Of course, yes. So children, name some insect you have seen in and around your house. You might have seen ants, bugs, housefly, etc. Isn't it? So suppose if an ant come and sit on you, what it would think about you? It would think that you are the monster because the flies are very tiny. Okay? So in this poem, poet talk about how everyday object must look very different to a tiny creature called the fly. So now we will understand the poem line by line. So let's start. How large onto the tiny fly must little thing appear, a rosebud like a feather bed, its prickle like a spear. So in the first line, the poet is telling us that things would appear differently to different things. He say that the fly is very tiny. So the things which are maybe just normal for us would appear very large to a fly. For example, he says a rosebud. Now we have all seen a rosebuds. Would seem like a feather bed. Why? Because a rosebud is very soft and a feather bed is also soft. So for a fly, when he goes and sits on it, would be just like a feather bed. It would be like sleeping on a feather bed. But prickle of the rosebud, that is the thorn of rosebud, which you can see over here. The thorn would be just like a spear. Spear is a weapon. So why it would just like a spear? Because the size of the thorn would be very big for a fly. For us it is very tiny, but for a fly a thorn could kill him. So he says that a rosebud would be featherbed, but the prickle, which mean a thorn, would be like spear. So the first stanza, a rosebud and a featherbed, both are soft. This is one quality. And prickle would be like spear. Because prickle is also sharp, it can hurt you, and spear is also sharp, it can kill you. So you can see common quality, soft and sharp. Okay? Now underline these words, unto, prickle and spear. So the meaning of unto is old way of saying 2. Prickle means thorn. Spear, a sharp pointed weapon. So now come to next stanza. A dewdrop like a looking glass, a hair like golden wire, the smallest grain of mustard seed, as fierce as coals of fire. So in second stanza, he says that a dewdrop. We all know what is dewdrop? A small drop of water is called dewdrop. If you wake up early morning, you look outside on any of the leaf, you would find little drops of water. So he is comparing a dewdrop to a looking glass. So remember, a dewdrop is small and it is perfect size for fly, and a looking glass is a mirror. We use a mirror to look our reflection. In the same way, the fly can use the dewdrop to look at his reflection. Hair like a golden wire. So here poet talks about the golden hair. That a hair look like a golden wire. If you actually take out just one strand of your hair, and if you look at it nicely, then you feel like it very thin golden wire. So according to fly, it look like a thin golden wire. Now see in the picture here, there are mustard seed. They are yellow in color. So for the fly, it just look like burning coal of fire. For us, this seed is very tiny, but for the fly, it is very dangerous because it seems like burning coal. Now underline these two words, looking glass and fierce. Looking glass means mirror and fierce means dangerous. Come to next stanza. A loaf of bread, a lofty hill, a wasp, a cruel leopard, and specks of salt as bright to see as lambkin to a shepherd. Now here the poet says a loaf of bread is just look like a mountain, hill. For fly here, the word lofty means high. So he say, if a fly is sitting on it, how it would look to him? It would look like a huge hill or a very high hill. A wasp, a cruel leopard. Here the poet compare a wasp to a leopard because of black and yellow stripes on their bodies. The poet say that maybe the fly is afraid of wasp. The wasp is bigger than the fly. It can sting it or hurt it, and it is very painful. The fly is very small in front of wasp. So maybe wasp seems to it like a dangerous leopard. The wasp is similarly dangerous to the fly as a leopard to us. Now underline these two words, lofty and wasp. Lofty means tall or high. Wasp means a small black and yellow insect. And specks of salt as bright to see. Now you see the picture of salt. Now for us, that much of salt, very tiny amount. Both shawls and lambkins are white in color. Although specks of salt are very small, they would look large enough to a tiny fly. So the fly would be able to see them as clearly as a shepherd can see their lambkins. Underline these two words, specks and lambkins. Specks means very small pieces or a tiny spot. Lambkin means small lamps. So this is what the poet want to tell us about the thought of a fly. Now this chapter is completed. I hope you have understood this beautiful poem. Now your classwork and homework time. For classwork, you write all word meaning which I have discussed in this video, and write about poet also, Walter Delamere. Okay, so this is your classwork, and for homework you write poem in your English reader notebook. Now come to exercise work, page number 23. C and D, both you do in your book. Till then, thank you.